Good reminder.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think it'll just be. It depends. So like, I would like it to have it as a reference, but probably not like nitpicked and detailed into for every single fight, right? So anyway, let's start off just by watching a fight or two, and I will have some questions. But
The objective is now
oh god, no, can't be flying. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So I think you did really well on uh fracture. I think you did well on engaging because Ulysses got picked, but like y y you don't need the speed when they're already engaged on you, so it's fine, and you don't lose that much. And then you pretty much just won because of comp, right? Uh, you guys have more or less more damage, right? Uh, you win off of Junkrat and you win off of Zorba. You were literally just holding down M1. I think I watched this and you
Hmm.
literally had beam on 3 stack the entire time.
Yep.
And like you didn't even reload till the end of the fight. So you guys just won off damage, which is good. And I mean that's what this comp is made to do.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
What's good?
Hello.
Um, Where's
Where's what?
No worries, I just spammed Sinister with 60
Oh
DMs.
yeah, where the hell is the happy
Nice.
kid? Oh jeez. Oh wait, no. Oh, I do remember this. See, this is why people should just not tell me things. So he said, yeah, I thought the VOD was at 7 PST, blah 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 blah. I can't make it, blah blah blah. Yeah,
Oh,
this is a good
alright.
note for
Put that
people.
shit in general.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
good note. If you DM me stuff, I will most likely forget it. Mhm. So if it's pertinent to showing up or something, and you actually care, if like I don't know why, but like you know uh jazzy or general, perfect places to tell people that, because I will forget. Okay, so um fracture, why are you holding here for like most of it? Like what's your reasoning to hold behind the spaceship?
Spaceship just gives me natural cover.
Hmm.
Uh, that's pretty much it. It's an aggressive enough position that we can engage on them if they come through choke, but not so far forward that like if my shield gets low and breaks. Because if my shield gets low and breaks and I'm holding that kind of the choke,
You'll
then I just
instantly
back off
die.
to the side. Yeah. Whereas if it gets low and breaks here by spaceship, there's a lot more natural cover and it's a lot a lot easier for me to back off.
Yeah. Uh,
I think it also gives our Junkrat more power because they want to rush into us. If, otherwise, they don't get value out of the May. And so us being at the spaceship gives us a good place for frontline and backline for
yeah,
covers.
because
Like,
if he's standing here, right, like just like corner swinging here, because it limits his ability to do stuff because like he could be sitting right here like corner swinging on them and trying to get them in. But I think it's more playing right because if you have sim uh, turret set up and you have a Junkrat, it sort of benefits that a little more, right? I think, which is
Yeah.
good.
It's also, I'm not usually too worried about like getting like alt charge by corner swinging there because I find it's a lot easier to stack fire strikes when you force them to funnel through a choke like that.
Sure, definitely. What's your reasoning for not meeting them here? So like if you see them rotate, because I mean, hopefully you'd have this scouted, and as soon as they rotate here, you could either meet them here or you chose to rotate to the other side. And you sort of, I mean, a lot of these questions are gonna be focused at you because like you drag your team along with you, right? But
I think if you want to rewatch that fight, I think I started to push there, but I think there was a second call to back up. And rather than split, I just decided to go around and meet them in the other room.
The objective is now active.
because I think realistically with the
yeah, no, I
speed
didn't.
you could have made it. Uh, but I mean, this is obviously a safer call, and you get to take like so you're realistically you're on defense, right? And what do you get for defending? You get the ability to choose where you take the fight, compared to the attackers, which get to choose when they take the fight. Uh, so I mean, if you don't think you could have made this, looking at this now, I think you guys could have, but I mean, you don't know that during the game, so I think this is a fine decision, right? But
Can I add something? I think that white is a lot better and a lot safer here. Because
I think so
it's an
too.
easy choke, it's an easy rotation, it's way less risk, and you're not low ground during it. If you want to like counter argue that, go for it. But I'm like pretty sure I'm one of the reasons like why we went right, because I'm pretty sure that is something I'd call go white. They're going right, and I would pretty much stand on that. If there's anything like different, if
What
we
Yeah, I think
they
did
just-
this, would
I think they
catch
just
this
wall
much
there.
sooner? Maybe, especially because they have May. Maybe not, but don't know.
what
I
does
would
I think they just
fighting
wall there
here
and then
buy
make that
you?
rotation nothing. So I mean, if they'd just be able to rotate to white for free if they don't. If we rotate there, because they
Yeah.
just wall us.
What do I think there's only sort of a reason why you would. There's yes, you guys are correct in your points. What is the reason to fight here instead, though? Like just to flesh it out.
Faster engagement, catch them off guard, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just more pressure earlier
Say
on. Then we can always
instead
back up because we have
You
speed
don't have
boost.
to fight here. You fight in the room. Like you're.
Oh yeah.
You get like your Ryan is like here-ish, right? Instead, what would be the argument to fight here instead? Is there
Make
an
them use
argument
resources
to
to
fight
move forward.
Tighter
Yeah.
choke.
Very tight choke.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, I think you guys are right, especially if you can't meet, like if your Ryan can't get here and your team can't back him up. This is realistically a tighter choke than this one, right? So it's better for your team in general. But if you can't meet them here and you can't make sure that you can meet them here, it's like if you're fighting down here, right? Not the best because you're low ground. It's a shitty shot to get shit in there and crap like that. But if you can get here, I would say this is probably a better spot to fight. But yes, it looks like you guys can't make it, so fighting here I think is the correct choice. Plus you can get set up again. Okay, thoughts on this, fighting in server compared to white?
I'm okay with it. Again, I think there's more natural cover here because of the way this pillar is with the two side things sticking out from it. I don't know, anyone else?
not mega, but I don't know. I feel like white's safer. This is more aggressive.
I'm actually.
What's the
I don't
difference?
think-
What's the difference between their comp and our comp? What do they have differently that we do not have?
A May?
They have a
They
May
don't-
wall and they have a Reaper. So what does that mean? What is the differences in their DPS change how they play their composition versus how we want to play our composition?
Correct.
Yeah, we get more spam, so we would want to be
Yeah, we
playing
want
further
them-
back. We want more distance.
We cannot
Yeah.
play this close because if they had made walled correctly, which they did not, which is why they lost this, we would have lost there. This is way too split for us. We need to let them walk into us because we win the fight the longer the fight goes, right? We are a slower comp. They lose the fight the longer the fight goes on, right? So because we have a sim junk, which is a lot of just back spam, and then they have a lot of May Reaper, which means they want to just go fast as possible.
Yeah.
So us taking the initiative to go into this room, even though they didn't play off of that, which if they evolved correctly they would have, we would have lost this. I don't think we lose this fight.
No.
But in
it's
theory
very
we should
close.
have. We should have, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if this wall was, I don't know, a foot over, this entire side of your team is dead.
Yeah, like this, the
Right.
way that they did this was so smart, but like they executed it poorly. Like they split us. Look at how fucking split they were. They just charged into our Zarya. They have no speed over there. They have no Rhine. Their BAP. Does our BAP have lamp?
Ours does, theirs doesn't.
Oh, I don't know why they use lamp early. Well.
Their BAP was feeding. He was way out of
Okay, I
position.
got it. So yeah, just a bunch of mistakes on their end. But the wall, this wall in theory should have fucked us. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Sinister's like here for a reason, but like, you know, if he could make it through here or the ride could make it through, all of you guys die, because they kill you, drop the wall, you guys are instantly dead on this side too. But yes, I think what are you going by, Raven? So or just
oh, just any of the three names is
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
Raven's very correct. Like the longer the fight goes, I mean, I think that's sort of a generalization. I think the longer the fight goes at distance, the more you guys win. Because Sim can fight either way, but her orbs do a fuck ton of damage and can go forever. And Junk wants to just keep kiting and kiting and kiting, right? So I think here was really risky, and I mean probably not as much gain.
I agree.
Fracture, I think you're definitely right. This room has a lot more natural cover, but I think the benefits of, you know, kiting them back and sort of just using your DPS for you know, just poke damage and like spam damage them out before you even like you want to fight a Ryan with 200 health or 200 shield than a Ryan that has 800 shield, right? So I think your DPS sort of give you that. Jesus Christ, actually watching this back, that Maywall is so sad. Actually.
See, look how much value we're getting right here.
Yeah, because they can't even push this.
No.
Interesting.
Yo.
This was not
we need to
intentional.
talk about that.
I don't think this was an intentional thing, but it happened and it worked.
It almost didn't.
Yeah.
This was really close. But at least you guys know to play safe, or at least, you know, not to instantly walk into them and feed your brains out. So I'll give you props for that one. But
It was just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just very weird rotation.
Yeah, but it worked because it was so dumb that they even didn't expect it. They looked at our two DPS and they're like, huh? And then
yeah.
And
then we were behind
There's
them.
4 people.
Yeah, so I think this brings up the question of, you know, where is space that is safe for you guys, right? And does that space change even if you have control of the point? And I think both of the DPS is defaulted to the
safer position.
well, the maybe safer, like in comp, this would be the safer position, right? Because
Yeah.
most of your team is going to default to defend the point, right? But in team play, right, it's you can just roam the map as murder hoboing people as a 6-man, and that's perfectly fine. So
I mean, it depends though. So when we rotated behind, here I'm drawing something really quick. Which is a more advantageous, wow, that's a word, position for us to be holding. So yeah, we could do a cool rotation behind us, but then if they were smart, which they were not, they would have just set up on point. And which position is better for us? The top or the bottom?
The top.
Is it? With their
think
Maywall
so.
and their Reaper? Versus our
Well-
Sim and Junk?
Well, if we have high ground, if we're in white still, then.
Oh,
like,
okay,
if we're up
wait.
top, then-
So
I
we
thought that's what
wrote.
you're talking about.
Wait, okay, ignore the versus thing. The versus thing is we were holding the white room, right? And then we decided to do a full rotation through server room to go behind them.
Mhm.
And so we would have either doing that, we would be basically at an attacking position. Does that make sense? We would be
You
if
become
we
the
went
attackers.
yeah, we would be here if we went if we all went the rotation. And if they correctly
Yep.
saw that, they would have just sped back onto point. And is that position there where that junk is right now better for us, or is being on point better for us?
Being on point is better for us.
Yeah. So we should have rotated, probably either stay in server room or rotated a point. We shouldn't have rotated behind them. That's not a good position for us. But they didn't notice. They didn't have any scouting, so it worked. But it shouldn't. It really shouldn't have worked. So
Yeah.
yeah. But it's a cool rotation, but it just doesn't put us in a great position because if they just sped back to point. They have Maywall. They were coming up on. Well, nothing. But
Earth Shatter.
we have grab. We've got a grab behind them, honestly.
They did shatter,
I mean, it's
so-
plausible. It's very plausible, but it's just positioning wise, it's better to probably be on point.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yes, I would believe that the advantageous portion of this comes from kiting them back to the point that they have to take, right? Like you can hold server room for as long as you want, but you're not going to get jack shit out of it because it's not the point, right? But I would like to bring up the point that if your team does do these weird rotations, right, staying with your team is still pretty safe, right? I mean, having your Ryan and your Zarya both, in LOS creates some semblance of safe space, right? And, staying here, you guys have to be a lot more, I guess, proactive, I would say, about either backing off or, not just trying not to die while still doing your jobs as, like, presenting a force of damage, right? So, I think this worked because you guys both didn't instantly feed into them, and the the Ryan Zarya running down their backline was fast enough to get there, so. Anything else?
We ended up stalling this pretty long here, if my memory is serving me correctly.
Привет!
Nice. You guys have just went off this. Good.
And now you take an early fight because we have way shorter rotation and there's a point. So you want to stop them from going to the point. This is why we took this fight rather than before.
Yeah. So I think
I don't know why half of our team didn't hear the call to push towards them, but yeah.
this is you guys either need to all be together on taking the fight in here and realizing that this is probably better for you guys, especially with the time and the ults that you have, but I think it didn't really. This is sort of
Yeah.
defaulting to, playing the conservative. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I see 93 on the clock, then mid-rotation, and us having 0 for the other team, basically, I'm not playing very conservative. I'm playing, we're going to win this right now.
No, yeah,
Especially
exactly.
with
You
the
guys should be playing to win this right now, right? This is the default of, you're in comp, you're going to default to play conservatively because you're hoping the rest of your team is going to, pick that one instead of, feed their brains out like this and try their best. Even though this, I would say, is probably the correct play, right? Is if everyone was here and doing the things that they could do, I think this is definitely the right play.
Do you think the
Yeah, I think ideally the play here is to figure out what we're doing against the mailed, because that's what's
Yeah.
is gonna kill us. So we have to. It's basically like we play here and then we bait the mail out in this room and then we speed out of it and play in white room. That's like what we have to do here. I feel like, you know, like we can't just like take it and just kind of alpha them because they have 4 ults here, 4 big ults.
Is there a reason
We've
to
got-
take fights early if they have a lot more ults than you do?
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
can't take them. We
Why?
have to. We,
Right.
we have to kind of poke it out on them. We have to not dry fight it, but we have to play it slower.
I mean, we have 4 big ults as well, so.
We had wall, we had tire.
You're less close
We
on
didn't
beat
have
than they
beat
are.
yet.
If he
Supposed to be, sorry.
if they amp, they'll have it.
We
If
also-
you amp, you won't. So
We also have theoretically a better position, which would make up for their 4 ults. Theoretically, because not everyone committed, but
yes, theoretically, I think you guys could stop it in here. Also theoretically, they could also, but I think with the wall and the tire, I think you might be able to just get the picks you need, especially if you focus in on if you have the right. Actually, I mean, it's so hard because the people who have ults can just get out of it. So.
okay, whatever. Moving
Yeah.
on.
Anyway.
Огонь по готовности! Огонь по готовности!
冻住，不许走！
what's that May doing?
Freezing the point.
Okay.
Just trying our best. Yeah, I think they just made more mistakes than you guys did. Realistically on this last fight.
That's Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
I was about to say, isn't that usually how games go? The team
Yeah.
that makes the least mistakes wins.
Yeah, realistically, I think at least this last fight was definitely everyone was not on the same page, and you guys just pulled it out because they made a decent amount of mistakes. But the other fights were very more together, so I think, you know, just having that confidence to move with each other and, you know, just going with whoever you think is, you know, shot calling or doing it together, I think is probably. Oh, what the fuck?
Score
Did I have anything
0
else?
to 1.
Yeah, we covered what does their comp do.
Ready for battle.
It's not bad. Yeah, I've pretty much covered all the points I want. Is there anything? Yeah, that's what we covered. Okay, since you guys don't really switch off this, what? That's a Zarya. 0 later. Right? Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, what are the pros of your comp? What are the pros and cons, I guess, let's go with, of playing this comp? Don't look at the enemy team's comp, just, you know, if they play Reinzar.
Oh, wait, sorry. Nope. I was looking at the wrong team for a second. We can't challenge anything super long range with our comp. I don't think we necessarily need to for this particular map. Because it's not like Widow super popular here.
Sure.
We are able to get to point and hold it quite effectively, though.
Yeah, it seems like it's expensive for the enemy team to push into us.
Yeah, you can make it very, very expensive for them to go in. Like, you can draw out a lot of either ults or high cost abilities for them to even, like, walk into you guys, right? What are the cons of this comp, besides long range?
I'm on
Spam.
Lucio.
It gets spammed out.
It does get spammed out to an extent. I think you can mitigate it a little. You have something like Mei has 2 abilities to mitigate that. Sim even has, to an extent, an ability to mitigate that. I mean, you have 2 pretty strong AoE healers. One of, well, you have a. Sure, Lucio isn't a healer. And I mean, you have pretty, like, you have Azari who can help out anyone who's very much in trouble. So I think you have good ways to mitigate that. What about mobility?
No mobility. I mean, we got Lucio, but we only have it for as long as we have speed boost. So
Wait, do they
every
keep
12
the
seconds.
tracer?
No, they swap farm. They go pharmacy.
Okay.
They play Tracer for one fight.
They lose and then go
Oh,
pharmacy.
we're really bad at holding angles. This comp is not built for holding angles.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean by holding angles? Like just
Like, for example, Fire Mercy, basically what I'm saying is we can't split, basically.
yeah, we have to.
We have to be one, which means that we can't take angles. We can't have core one side, ball, for example, if we have ball. The biggest example I would say is like Ball Tracer, because that's a composition where you take angles, right? Your core going in one way, Ball Tracer coming in another, pinching. Another one is like Sigma, Hog, double sniper. Like that composition is built on taking angles. While this composition we can't take angles, so if they did go that Far Mercy poke, which I think they do, they are able to take angles on us, and it is harder for us to shut down those angles as a core, or to take our own counter angles, because we are each weaker once we split, so we have to stay together. So that's difficult, but doable if we hold point.
We could hold point. Wouldn't our other option be as well to just go on whoever splits off? I mean, obviously they're running like a pharmacy, so that's pretty hard to do in that regard. But if they were running like something else, like an Ash, who's taking an angle, or a McCree, we could speed on that. And
yeah, but it's difficult because typically if they're running an Ash, they're probably running like a Winston Zarya or Ball Zarya, which means they just dive us in rotation, which we're also really weak in rotation as well.
Yeah.
Like super weak in rotation.
You have
which is
speed,
why
but how far can
we
you
do have speed. Yeah. So it can get difficult. I'm not saying that Brawl can't counter like Brawl, Double Bubble, or Ball, but I'm saying it's a lot more difficult. They're weird for not running Brawl. Shake my head.
Yeah.
Imagine going Pharah. Shake my head.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird for them to run Ryan Zarya with a
5, 4,
Pharah.
3.
Here, let's watch a Lucio get absolutely murdered.
Round.
Wait, it's not me, right?
No.
Okay.
it could be.
You guys get there first.
Oh, they did that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys went off that. Plus they have a tracer, so.
Look, I'm destroying TP, guys. And then I die. No, go back, go back, go. No, go back, go back. Go look at my point of view. Go back 10 seconds and look at my point of view. I thought everyone was dead.
You just
No
You like barely even noticed that you got hit.
I think I was alt tracking, so I was already TP.
Okay,
That's
now
so
they swapped to pharmacy. So how should you guys play?
Wouldn't we want to take fights fast still? Like, because we don't want to give the far time to spam
Yeah.
us out.
Because we lose the fight as the fight goes on, right? Because we have that Mei sim, so.
You also do have the ability to, you know, stay very close together, so to give your BAP the chance to like actually heal you guys instead of like.
But wouldn't that feed, like, if the far is hitting like rockets over the shield, wouldn't that feed her ult faster?
That's true. Is there? Yeah, that's a good downside to clumping together. Is there? I mean, is that okay?
Well, no, I feel like it's like this. So if we're playing here as 6 and we're all grouped up in a tiny little ball here, the Pharah has to be behind us for her to take the fight. If she's behind us or firing from those windows, we just walk into the courtyard there and just beat the shit out of them 4v6 and then come back to point.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so if we notice far flanking on the left, that would be our trigger. to like walk forward into their core.
So what really matters playing? So what is the? Are there anything else that you guys should be watching for as a good go?
Bubbles, because that's the only thing that'll keep them from having any sort of sustain. And then Ana nades, I guess, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because using bubble second is more favorable than an early bubble.
So knowing that, where should our back line really position?
I would like to be right up on the Rhine. That's where I should be.
Yeah, should it be out here where literally all of you guys are right now?
Wait, why are we out
No.
there?
Yeah.
I don't think we've realized yet that they've switched to Pharah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that she has only 4% ult charge, she's been on it for like 5 seconds. So
Yeah. She's probably still flying over to the left or doing some
Yeah.
shit.
let's see.
Should just put her
Yeah.
rocket through the main window.
You probably should hear.
Now
Yeah,
keep
you should know.
flanking out. Yeah.
This is good. You guys come. The words go. You guys become more of a unit. Good. And then, what exactly should be the go here? The Pharah is behind. Does that? I mean, and
Who
who
should
should
go?
be scouting this Pharah?
Yeah.
Typically me, actually.
Did we call the Pharah there yet, or was that...
I'm pretty sure we called it out. I think I'm calling it out right now, along with I think May was calling it too.
Yeah. So I think.
we do end up
May
losing
probably
this
needs
fight.
to be a little closer, right? Just to be at this point looking for a wall, especially if the Pharah is being called, right? Because that's the go on your team is you get a wall, and the Pharah is behind. Because if the Pharah is like sitting right here or something, like don't ask me why she would be sitting here, but like if she's sitting right here, and you get a wall, it might not be worthwhile to pressure it. But if the Pharah is here.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, obviously with their fire flanking right now, we should be engaging on them. But what if, if we're looking for a wall, why do I not back off to let the Rhine come through, and then we just get the wall and get the pick on him?
I think that opens yourself.
Because the Pharah gets too much value by right where she's at right now. So if we don't do anything, then the Pharah just gets to spam and kill us for free, right? Just behind us, because then there's no way I'm gonna be able to heal up the entire team just by taking a Pharah the entire time. Like someone's eventually gonna get picked.
There's no
Wait,
reason
so
for the
what?
Rhine to
We'd have
push
to play
you.
reactively into this, or we'd have to play proactively
There you
into
go.
this with their Pharah.
Gotcha.
There's also no
We can still
reason why the
wall
Rhine would push
their
you
back
without
lines.
Yeah, I
reason.
would have walled look at they're so split. They don't have
Wall Ana and we win.
yeah like if
I mean-
wow that's like awful
Like-
scratches on a piece of paper, but
Here,
like any of those walls would have made Ryan like
here,
back up and be
here.
weird,
Yeah.
you know?
Like any.
Oh,
just
yeah,
putting
that's a
any
better wall.
wall here is like
Yeah, just
like, you
splitting
could-
the team.
like you could just draw a line at any point here, and it would be more or less right. Just I mean, even here is. Oh jeez. Like even just like right here, like you don't even have. You can catch the Rhine on either side of this wall. You get a pick. So. But
Yeah. So we probably should just I don't know what we did. I don't remember this at all. We should have just pressed W and walled off their Ana. And then kill the Ana up, kill the Ryan before the Ana and Zarya are able to break through or rotate.
Yeah.
Because their Far is like behind us, I think, right? Yeah, like he's
Yep.
he's behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should have just walked forward.
especially in
okay.
Brawl, it's definitely the high. Especially if you're playing into a Pharah, the biggest priority is, and especially on this point, is knowing where the Pharah is, right? So that you can call the go or no go, right? And at this moment, I think you're speeding, right? Wait,
Who knows?
Yeah.
can't even tell if you're using amp.
I-
Yeah, you're on speed, but you're not using amp, so
I don't know what I'm saying here. Oh, and then we got all naded. I don't know, I think you
Well, because we waited too long to engage, they
Yeah.
through.
yeah.
We
So
also waited
any-
too long to engage the Pharah, got to kill her back.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this is the
If she
difference,
gets
right?
back there, we should just go into cord, like just walk forward into them. It's like, what are they gonna do? There's 4 of them and 6 of us, and the Pharah can't shoot us anymore.
The Far
Yeah,
can try to shoot you.
She would have to rotate back or push through the window into point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would.
So,
I think she would just
option.
drop here and start pelting you guys. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hopefully you kill them before she gets through the clip. So.
Hmm.
So what's the difference here between this comp and I mean, okay, this is a simple question. What's the difference between this comp and the last comp?
The last, the one that they were running on.
No. The,
control
for your
or the one that
comps.
we were running.
So like you
Um,
had
Junk.
we have less AOE damage, that's for sure.
and how did you want to play it more? You wanted to
we-
basically you wanted to kite, right? And you wanted to put distance between you. And if you were playing that same comp here, though, like if you switch the Mei with the Junk, is that still the answer? That you want to put distance between them and spam them out?
On this comp, no. We'd still
In
have
this
to play
specific
it against the
situation, if you
Pharah.
switch the Mei with the Junk, basically, or the Mei with the Reaper, or the Mei with like a McCree.
No, we would still want to push them because they're far and the Mercy are split, and we take the 4v6.
Yes. Okay. So even with the knowledge of you're supposed to be kiting and all of that, Junk, McCree, and Reaper can all do very well, close range. I mean, McCree even has a flash that gets used.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I was like, he's the only one that actually doesn't really care if he's close. But so obviously it's a dynamic game, and you need to play it differently, even though your comp says one thing. So now you guys are just gonna lose to getting pelted by projectiles. You're trying.
No, we win this fight, guys. Don't worry.
I probably should have sealed that move.
So it's here, it's just right being decisive. Even with you guys didn't really have that many resources, just going into them and getting out the far of not being able to shoot you.
Clutch. Oh. Where am I? Oh. I was like, where was I that entire fight? I don't even know. It's okay.
You guys TP again? I think you do.
This one we lose. Yeah, this. So what happened here was we were debating whether or not to either go through to the window or to bait the TP and then just push on them. And as you can see, me and Zorba went through TP and nobody else did.
I believe there was a call to not go, like, either bait it or not, and yeah, I mean, it's hard to, make those split decisions. But
I think, if I may, I think the better decision, I'm going to stick by what I did in game, was to actually take the TP there. Because they were holding close. They were holding at the choke, and if they're holding that close, then it's just a free TP and cap on point. And we're right back to where we started. If they're holding back on point, then I think we're okay to take it a little bit slower and actually rotate around, and then maybe we can try get creative with the TP if we want to, or just push it normally.
I think you can't be creative. If you put the TP up as bait, I don't think you have the time to, be creative with the TP again, unless you really cower away from the Pharah. Because
no, I'm just saying in the hypothetical situation where they weren't holding close and they were holding point, we could have taken longer to set up a creative TP or something like that.
I mean, would you still put up this TP and if they're holding back, or did you guys put this TP up for because they're holding close?
I would put this TP up because they're holding close. If they're holding back, you have the option to try and take the TP if we want to, or we can not put that up and use it later.
Yeah. So I mean, this is just desync of communication, which I think is fine. You capped, which gave you percentage. So I think you should have tried to maybe get it to 85. Not
Nah. My life over the point.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because I mean, since you're so close to pushing this into one fight territory, like I think it's worth it, you know?
Potentially.
But I don't think we get it again after this, do we? I don't think we do.
Do what?
I don't think we end
I
up
don't know.
retaking.
I don't think so.
No.
I think you guys
We
needed
played
to...
with our ults really badly. I think if I remember correctly, I don't remember.
I mean, hopefully you guys would take it here. with
We
5
should
ults.
win this.
Yeah, this is the fight we should have won.
But, you know, they,
I think they shattered. I don't remember.
They,
Well, that
they
was last.
did.
That was last fight. Never mind. Last fight
No,
was the
because
shatter, right?
I remember getting. No, I'm pretty sure I remember getting shattered. I think it's the next fight where we get shattered.
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah, that was straight into grab.
Why are people backing away from the frozen nanoed Rhine?
Nano grind. Oh.
Wait, we were? Or wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone backed
Yeah, I
away from
ended
the
up backing.
frozen nanoed Rhine. Let me rephrase. Let me say the exact same words I did, but I think the frozen part really made the difference. But
Огонь по готовности.
I mean, even if someone's that's unlucky, but even if someone's frozen, right? Like you can, even if they're nanoed or primal, you can still burst them.
Yeah.
We had
And I make my great escape.
200 health. Well, yeah, good. You're you don't have point. I would hope.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're going into this neutral, so ish.
Yeah. And then we get shattered, I'm pretty sure. And then
Yeah.
that's just unlucky.
This was just a
Happened.
Rhine differential.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, does he shatter?
This fight, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
right, no, he didn't shatter anyone. He tried to
Well, he
TP
did shatter.
shatter.
That was a horrible TP to TP shot.
I think the sim messed it up because I think they wanted it outside of the
Yeah.
point, but you know,
Definitely.
it's good nade though.
Yeah, the nade got us there, I think.
Yeah, then you guys didn't know which side of the thing was safe because there's a forest sitting out here and
And there's
There's
sim
the-
turrets everywhere.
yeah, bad
Yeah.
people in here. So
We can't really engage with TP unless they're on that first choke there.
or on a different comp, but yeah.
Yeah.
At
I
what
mean, even
point-
then, like, I mean, if they're playing Brawl and we drop down on them, then they can see us come in. The Rhine can perfectly, like, I don't know. There's just, even then, we still don't have LOS. We don't have positioning. We haven't poked out any resources. It's like, I don't know. I feel like this is still crazy dangerous. We have to use lamp there because someone's going to get a pick at some point. So it's a free lamp. Or it's a free lamp out of us. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a good, like, TP in is, like, bad unless, especially if they're on point already.
At what point do you swap comps? Because you guys, I think, sort of saw the shiny buttons of ults, and
Like,
Either.
like what point should we swap the comp?
yeah.
Swap
So I
the
mean,
comp?
are ults more worthwhile to hold if you can, like? This is a hard question. I think you guys lost this because they had a better counter comp to you guys, and you guys didn't get good usage out of your ults. But at what point could you swap something to either pressure out the Pharah, or play even faster, or something else?
I think last fight definitely swapped the sim. Swap off the sim to something like a crate or even like Echo just to take her out or damage. But for the fight we had 5 ults. We definitely want to keep them all that we have, and we lost that because they have way more value with theirs. But for the last fight, definitely swap the sim or something else. But before that, I'm not sure.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't even feel like we have to switch off comp. I think we just need to play it better. Like, we just kind of played it like shit. Like, the Pharah just got a lot of value, and then anytime that the Pharah didn't get value... Actually, the Pharah just got value every single fight, if we're being honest here. She picked 1 or 2 every single fight, and so we just didn't play it the way we should have, I think.
Yeah, just more aggressive, speed on the 4 members.
Yeah.
And that one fight with the TP, better communication.
Yeah, we just have to play like way more assertively. You know, just like there's 4 of them, we just run into all 4 of them, like no problem, super easy, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
It's fair. Good answers. What am I doing? Oh, this.
Ready for battle.
There you go. How'd you
Oh
get
man,
up
I get
there?
my ass
There's
kicked
one.
this map.
You hit
I don't
0.
have fun this
Oh
map.
yeah,
into the-
wait. This
Oh,
map was actually
okay.
bad. However, my mercy mechanics was just
Ready
chef
for
kiss this
battle.
entire time.
Oh yeah, you were just zooming
Yeah,
around.
we had I think a total of 3 fights. There was one fight where we lost, and then there was just 2 really long fights that just never
Yeah.
ended. It was very confusing, but that's okay. Oh, holy shit.
I would like to point out we have 2 hit scans in this, so it's pretty awkward for both of us.
I think we actually did all right.
No,
And
we
technically
did
ran
good.
like a little projectile too most of this time as well.
We did good for double hit scan, like for us both being hit scan. But I just wanted to point out that it's pretty awkward some of the time just doing that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, what was I gonna talk about this one? Oh yeah, it's just comparing your comps and figuring out why you guys won the second win when you switched to ball instead. Yeah.
I feel
okay.
like I don't know. I didn't really know what to do here often. I felt like I had the ball on me all the time, and it was just kind of like me and Silk just like pissing off this ball, and the ball was just kind of doing its thing. We were completely unkillable, but they didn't have a front line, but we didn't have a back line, and so it was like, which
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty weird. I guess you'll see. I didn't
Yeah.
really know how else to play it or where else I should have gone. I feel like I should have positioned differently or switched to a different hero just because I couldn't really do much. We couldn't just kill the ball. Even with both of our CCs, we still couldn't kill it.
My
Yeah.
question
Comp
is,
changes.
what changed like when we capped it to let us win this versus when we were
Oh,
losing?
the enemy team was dumb. Like literally, this was the only round that I voted after the scrim. I just sat here and I just watched this map, this specific round, like 4 times because I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's literally just they kept making mistakes and we just kept getting staggers in, and we just won. Our positioning was like awful. We had no fight plan. There was no ult tracking. I don't think it was just a mess. But we just won because the enemy team was just worse.
I think that's definitely true. I think the comp switch also helped, and it made it a lot more of the comms, at least not specifically for ults, but for just target calling, a lot more viable for the way you guys
We
were playing
went
and the
ball,
way
right?
that I think it went ball
Yeah.
tracer, I believe. Or
Yeah,
something.
so that's a lot more independent.
Um,
They can do their own thing while core can do their own thing, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
So which is brings me to the other point of this is the comp they're playing. I would refer to this as like the ball plays on himself, right? And then the McCree, Zarya, and Ana should all stick together, and then the pharmacy just does their own thing, right? And I think I've heard this. I don't know who brought this up as some other thing, but I think it relies on somewhat of triangle theory. Of if you guys have ever heard of what that is.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I have not.
where you have oh Jesus. Oh no, it messed up. Okay. Where you have the ball and you have these 2 other people, or these 3 people in this, right? So you have this where the ball can go in, great. The on and everyone can sit here, and you have the pharmacy just doing whatever, right? And you have these 3 sort of points. This doesn't work as well with the Pharah, but you have, if you guys play this like main base, depending on which one of these 3 points you sort of push, like let's say you all go on the ball. That means this team and this team all just push you, and the ball just rolls away, right? And this means this opens you up to a lot of damage coming from them. And similarly, if you have these sort of 3 points again, if you push the back line, the Zarya, Kree, and Ana, the ball just shoots you in the back, and the pharmacy just rains down rockets. If you guys attempt to, push the Pharah, the same thing happens. These two sides collapse on you. And that's the basic idea of it, is whenever one of these 3 points gets pushed, they sort of just fuck off and go away, and the other two just capitalize on the fact that you guys are focused on the people who are retreating. So this comp, at least for them, relies on staying alive, just because they get more value from being alive and sort of focus doing this. As like they retreat, the other two can sort of take advantage of that. And whereas you guys playing double bubble or full dive, more or less, is taking advantage of, pouncing on one of these aspects and immediately killing them, and then, moving on from that. So yes, Silk, I think you're right, that they just sort of played this badly, but I think they played this very well for the first, or not like amazingly well, but they played it pretty well, and you guys played into their hand a lot better. And then you guys sort of switched to dive, and it sort of went down the drain for them because they didn't know how to, kite that hard.
Yeah, they couldn't set up again.
Yeah, I mean, with double bubble, you guys didn't have the full damage potential of the team, right? You only had a little bit of it, so you couldn't punish the fact that there was only 3 of them, or 2 of them, or 1 of them. But like, this is the problem. Like, the Zarya and the Ana are playing pretty split, so like, you could go on the Ana here and sort of ruin their day, but this is where the Zarya should be still on bridge or closer to the Ana. But the rest of them can just keep punishing you because you have to deal with a different part of the team.
We have Dojo, it's ours.
No, you don't, because the
Not
Pharah
anymore.
and the ball can both just keep punishing you, and there's literally nothing you can do. Because as soon as you turn, the ball can roll through for free, just because if he gets stuck in here at all, he can just be like, ow, and the Pharah just drops down and absolutely destroys all of you. If he goes through and gets away with it, the Pharah can do the same thing, but like not as, to the full potential of just shooting you in the back.
Wait,
So,
where
like-
was I during this fight? Oh, I see.
We both got yeeted. We got yeeted.
Yeah. Moments before disaster.
Oh, I didn't even put a spray down. Fuck.
Nice.
For when we're running the double bubble here, would we have gotten anything extra of running the Lucio instead of the Brig, or no?
I feel like I should have switched to Zen, if
I think I
anything.
swapped to Mercy, I think. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Realistically, I think double bubble just sort of fails into this. I think with the tracer switch is good because, well, they were on tracer the entire time, weren't they? Yeah. But
Yeah, I think so.
double bubble sort of just, I think, should lose to this because you don't have the damage out of the entire team there. And that's realistically what you need to break 1 point of the 3 of them, right? Like, you need to either be able to shut down the ball completely, or you need to jump on McCree, Ana, and Zarya all together and shut them down before you guys die to the other 2, basically.
Yeah,
And
that's why I think the Zen swap is the one. Is
Okay.
Discord will just make it so we can actually blow something up in the double bubble.
Yeah,
So-
also, this is just a bad Winston map because, like, Winston jumps in. What does he do?
You're right, he
Like-
has to stay in.
Yeah, and so it's really hard for him to not expend so many resources going in and then getting out alive, while Ball is able to do that consistently. That's why you see a lot more
I never
Ball
thought
on this
about that.
map.
So would Ball have been the better pick here then, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think that's why you guys do better when you get a ball.
Yep, 100%.
So would we have just been better off running the Ball Zarya versus the Winston Ball that we ended up swapping to later?
Oh, we were on Winston Ball?
Yeah, we ran Winston ball.
Hella.
Winston ball?
And I think that worked just because you were able to put full damage potential into
Yeah.
one side of it. But I mean,
that's a unconventional comp. I don't
Yeah.
think many people know how to play around that.
Or what if we ended up doing like a Winston Diva or a Ball Diva instead of the double bubble? How would
I
that-
still think Winston Diva is the same problem. I just don't think this is a good Winston map. However, I think Ball Zarya or Ball Diva both work here. In my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
But
I think
wouldn't
Ball Diva, especially into their comp, would be very good.
Yeah.
Because if you
Into their
can
comp,
target dives into the very static base of, you know, these three fuckers, like, you'll do very well. Because they only have so much they can, you know, protect themselves with. If you get out the flash, if you get out the sleep dart, what are they gonna do besides die?
Mhm.
I
My
better nano something this fight. That's all I'm saying.
but if our issue is just getting like putting our full team's damage potential into one of their like three, then would there really be a big difference between Ball Diva and Winston Diva, other than just Winston not being as as survivable?
I think you might get shut down more. I think if you were a better Winston, it becomes a more of a skill matchup. But like, I think Ball sort of just has a little bump as he's just has that survivability compared to Winston, and the bubble might not save you as much just because there's Pharah and Ball that can both help break the bubble from afar.
Mhm.
So you might, if you were a very good Winston comparatively to Ball, I think it's definitely something to be said of, yes, you should play Winston over Ball, but for this map specifically, I think Raven's very right, is Ball is just, you know, can roll through, disrupt, and do his job, and even stay around for a little bit more than the Winston, who jumps in, puts his bubble down, gets a bubble, and then sits around for another couple seconds waiting to die, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think Winston just doesn't get as much value when there's not high ground like that. If Winston can jump away and go somewhere where he's safe, where it's expensive to get to him, you know, because like
That's
right here you're
lucky.
in, you don't get out, you have to go in.
yeah, you just have to keep jumping in, right? And it,
Yeah, you can't ever get out after you've gone in.
yeah.
Yeah, and even if a monkey like flanks, right, to like elsewhere to be more safe, so that he can jump in while Core is pushing in, right, like that type of thing. They could just see the monkey is flanking, and they just push into us, and we lose.
The hell
So
is
it's
that?
like really
That's an Ana shot.
going
Or
through.
no,
a
that's
wall.
nano.
That's my shot.
Is
Nano
that
boost.
an arrow thing? Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
That's some killer aim, if I tell you what.
I
Okay.
went through two walls. Hold on.
I think it's
I-
just the effect
I have
after
no
she-
idea what this is. Yeah, but see, look,
Does
they're
anybody-
playing. This is the definition of what they should have done, right? Look, they're playing together. The ball's shooting you in the ass. Where the fuck is the? What? What is this? What is happening?
What? The... It's broken.
Where's the pharmacy? What is this?
It's on one of those ends of the beams. There's something there.
What the hell? I think it's just like left over from whatever. But like, see, there's these people who are gonna shoot you in the ass. These people who are gonna shoot you in the ass, and then these people who are just hoping not to die at this point. And so they use all of the resources not to die, which is what they should be doing.
I shouldn't have bubbled there. I should have saved that bubble.
Man, that Ana should have died.
Yeah.
Well, she
no, I
dies
mean,
in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
she
that-
does. Okay.
Yeah.
they're doing very well at, you know, not taking the fight together and just letting the rest of their team do it for them, which is good. It was what that core should, or that point of the triangle should be doing. She dies, but
And then it takes
instantly
another
die
second.
to a right click. Oof.
Nope. I get the McCree, and then I die. I think. I don't know actually. I think I died to the ball here.
Adaptive circuits
Yeah, I
engaged.
survived by like here there for like 10
The
seconds.
homie, he slammed into the pit. There's
No,
no way.
he swung. He did it sad.
Just want to appreciate this ball swinging.
Oh my god, that's where I went to 10 HP and still live. Pog pog.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Okay,
Wait, he did.
I don't think he swung into the pit very well.
That's actually so good.
Wait, Zorbo, can you talk me through why you copied Farah? Like, really quick. Because I was really confused mid-game when you did it, and I'm still confused too.
Okay, I remember what was going through my mind.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's what went through my mind. I was like, okay, I copy Farah, two-shot her, and then barrage. I die in barrage, and then we push. That was what went through my mind. I hit my first shot, missed the second, and then lost value.
Okay.
And it was disaster. And then I was like, well, that was just a horrible duplicate. I'm never doing that again.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Also,
I think we. Sorry, go ahead.
I did it while we were like 4 people there, and I just was going for like the big play thing, which you shouldn't do, but I wanted to limit test, so I don't know.
I was gonna say I think the optimal copy would have been the ball, but he obviously went off the edge. Because other than the far, I'm not really sure who you would like. You would copy the Zarya, but then
You don't get value.
you're not as mobile. Yeah.
You copy the Zarya, and if you kill the Zarya, great. If you get Grav, who are you gonna grab besides the Zarya? Or like the Ana in their backline? Like, you're not gonna get. If you're playing Brawl or something, yeah, like you can get a lot of value out of it. But when the two of them can just fuck off and the ball can roll away from you, you're not gonna get.
Yeah. In this case, the ball would have been the optimal one, but he wasn't there, so I think he made the next best choice.
Yeah,
Not
that
the
or
right time.
Kree.
I would have chose Kree over Farah next, if
Mhm.
and then just High Noon the Farah ball. I would have tried to at least, but yeah, that's why. So
I think Farah is a decent pick. I mean, you did explain it pretty well. Is like you die during barrage and then just, you take away all of the bad portion of Farah's ult and you just convert it to good, or
Wait, what?
Justice
Here's the
I think you
engage
just
on
get
the-
picked out of the sky.
Oh, yeah, that was stupid, but it's fine. I will respect it.
We actually re-engaged pretty fast, I feel like, after.
You guys didn't really stop this fight, but yeah.
Yeah. Because we were all back immediately. We're
That's
almost
unlucky.
immediately- Oh,
Justice reigns
my man, he backs down.
Огонь по готовности!
How do we contest this?
I think we win this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, the ball.
yeah, we
Thing
somehow win.
Because Echo's contesting after Mercy goes down.
The Echo
The
just doesn't
ball
die.
off the edge again.
Yeah, ball
Look at my
falls
health.
off.
My health is so low. Oh, never mind.
We get the res on the Mercy and then.
Yeah.
Wait, where did. What?
You were on the McCree in the back.
My primal.
Yeah, this is where you guys don't die to these people and they just win the mechanical duel.
Yeah.
True.
You even got flashed there. The hell?
Oh.
This is where I think their comp sort of falls apart, is when you guys can, present literally your entire team to one section of them. Which is, it ends up being the Kree on it.
I mean, Echo
Zarya.
Tracer is just infinitely better than Farah
True.
McCree. I don't know why they kept the Farah and the
Oh,
McCree.
watch this play. Watch my monkey.
Aw.
Oh, wait, no, it's not this one. Never mind.
The flash.
Oh no, now it is. This is it.
Yeah,
Oh. Huge.
Yep.
he missed his
Wait, wait,
entire right click!
Nanoed High Noon while I'm asleep.
Gotta show him who's boss, man.
That's the
Wow.
best pickup game combo ever.
Sleeping in the Nano High Noon.
How we win this? We
They
won
don't
this
do
map, didn't
well.
we?
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
really get value from their ults. Like
Our DPS just
Nano,
rolling there, I
like
think.
Nano High Noon, their ball missed.
Wait, why did their Mercy not? Wait, how did their Mercy die? Oh, she
She's-
res. So that she,
Yeah.
while she was resing, the Ana died because Zarya wasn't healing, and then she died. Then the fire instantly died after getting res. Because Zerpo carry Hog.
huge.
They're also not. They're trying to play for, staying alive and playing for poke when they should, I don't even know. They should just get off the comp.
وريهم قوتك.
Yeah.
Oh my
I didn't get the
god.
bubble out in time.
And you jump right back out.
Yeah.
That was so unlucky.
Yeah,
I had a
but
really good shot.
Honestly, I'm just happy I didn't get swept into the pit at this point.
Justice reigns. Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Yeah, you guys played this a lot better, and I think you guys had, you guys were asking and calming for things that sort of just didn't exist with Double Bubble, because, Fracture, I think you go a little too hard just without the backup of your Zarya getting all the way there, right?
Mhm.
And that sort of got prevented because you guys have a ball and a tracer and an echo. It's just like, when you call something, one of those three is probably going to be able to help you out, and it changes the dynamic of, zap, zap, zap to, like, zap, they're dead. Great. And then you can move on to something
What
else,
the fuck?
right?
Zap, zap, zap.
Yeah, I mean,
Versus
he's going to
zap,
tickle
they're
them
dead.
for a bit, and then it's just like, this is fun, okay, you're still
No, I'm
alive, because I
judging.
hate this game, and then it's
I'm
like,
judging.
oh, I just call them, and the tracer comes up and just goes, and then they're dead,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and you guys, do I have anything else? No, yeah.
I
that's pretty
fed
much
that
it.
whole map. I did like 300 healing.
Oh,
Wait,
No,
what?
really, I did 3,000 healing that whole map.
For a 199? Oh, I think so. Zorbo, I think I watched this back a little bit. When you're on Sim, mid fights, like when you're coming back to them, getting thinking with turrets, and the turrets give you 50 DPS. So if they're hitting something, just getting them up is a good way of increasing your DPS and increasing your resource in the fight. But beyond that, you were good at at the beginning of fights when you tellied in getting them up. But it's just like when you're coming back or like mid fights, just making sure they're up.
so at the start of fight, put them up.
Well, at the start of fights, you were already doing it. Like, you would telly in, and then you'd be like, phew, 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 and your turrets would be up, and it's fine. But it's
Yeah.
like, mid-fight to, like, when you're coming back into fights, making sure that they're up, and it doesn't even have
Okay.
to, you don't have to really think of where you're placing them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
because you're just, like, sort of forgetting they're a thing. And then on Echo, just comfortability with the mobility, because I think you rammed your head into a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And
yeah.
that looked painful, even though you don't take damage. I feel like Winston, Echo, and Pharah should literally take damage if they, like, slam their heads into stuff. Like, come on.
And Ryan?
Winston, really?
Well, have you jumped into a cliff and just went, like...
Not feel anything. This is the jetpack.
How does Tracer's tickle guns be like, you're getting zapped with electricity compared to literally ramming your entire body into the side of a building? How are you not instantly dying,
I don't know. I feel like the electricity would be more damaging.
Okay, fine. How does a
I don't know. It's a jetpack into the wall.
I
That's
think
Yeah.
I don't know
playing
about Curry.
hockey and slamming into the boards, not that much damage.
I don't know why a soldier headshot doesn't just one-shot everything, but, this isn't CSGO, so... Or Valorant.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but anyway, yeah, I think that's it for this map. What time is it? 6. When did we start? Fuck.
We started like 9:15 Eastern.
Damn, I wanted short fucking pods.
9:15, you mean?
No, an hour's okay. Hour and 15's... That's a good time.
I don't know. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you, we could quickly go over Ilios or Hanamura. Hanamura was a roll, so or Ilios, I think is closer. I think the other two, if I remember, weren't that close.
I think Junkertown was pretty close. Junkertown was actually quite interesting, I thought.
Okay, which one's Junker?
Yeah, let's watch Junkertown.
R5.
When
No, you should
I-
ask him real quick.
When I endorse a check, sorry, I'm like depositing a check right now. Do I sign the back?
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to Jungle.
Like
I
on the
assume.
line that says endorse here, I'm
Yes.
assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were endorsing that you got it, basically, and that you were depositing it. Oh geez, it just starts. The fuck? Okay. Oh. Goodbye.
Oh, is this Junkertown?
Yeah, this is Junkertown.
Oh, okay. They really rolled up with the Orisa Zarya, did they?
They did.
I don't know what they're
Hog.
expecting here.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Sinister could just be playing way more aggressive and just pulling out bubbles, but you know, it's hard to say that into May Widow.
Go with the girl popping off.
I think this is good. You guys are trying to I mean, it ends up not really being different angles, but you're at least providing a crossfire for each other. That like one of the worst things you could do is, you know, stand together and just be like, we shoot the same things. If you miss, I'll hit it. It's fine. But especially
Yeah,
if they're running
if I-
double shield. But
If I see Widow, I don't try and go near her unless I need to peel when I'm Hanzo or whatever.
yeah, peel by headshotting them. But yeah, that's a good mentality to have because there's definitely that's been a hard ask for some of my oof. They just like the same angles, you know.
Why are they running Zarya? I don't understand.
I don't know either.
Because they want to bongo
oh,
grab and
This is when we went for that big hook, which didn't end up in anything. I really wish we got something off of that.
you were gonna get a May, or yeah, that's a May.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't understand what they're running here. Zen, Mercy, May, Widow? Why would you run a May here?
Огонь по готовности.
Bye.
The hell is the Zen doing?
Trying to contest me, but that doesn't go well.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
And then he does it again.
The hell is General?
What else are they telling us?
Cease your resistance.
Oh, that's a lot. It's what, 300% coming out? Holy fuck.
Engel ist da.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were gonna window there, so I should have saved Bongo.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh, I think
mean,
you
we
bongoed first, technically, so.
Yeah, I wanted the window. I just wanted him off the high ground and to punish one of them. I thought we could at least get one off of that. Scare the fuck out of him.
I'm pretending like my pull actually enabled you to hook the Zarya there.
Yeah, you guys do have enough damage to just like burn the shield and then pull hook. This is good taking high ground. Iris is trying.
Oh my god.
Come back.
This was.
Love
Why
the
were
body
we?
knock.
Why weren't we able to cap this third point?
That was a very hard engage. You guys just used a lot of ults for, I guess, high ground, which is good.
Not a bad thing.
No,
Should
I
we have
mean it
played
did. I think the whole hog maybe was excessive, but beyond that, I think that was a good use of, because especially if you can set up a good crossfire here, like you guys are doing, it becomes pretty
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
dominant.
My question is, should we have played that slower, maybe?
I think as soon as Raven ulted, no. I think that was
Wait,
the
huh?
correct speed. But wait, why
Oh,
did you
okay.
ult?
So this whole map, I was playing Zen, and I have exactly 2 hours of Zen total. So I feel like we consistently lost this one because I was off rolling and I wasn't ult tracking because I was off rolling, and so we never knew what we were walking into. So yeah, I'm fine with taking the blame for this map loss.
That's why you ulted. Okay, you got really low. Wanted it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to die because no one dies on Zen.
No one dies on Zen.
I have a tip to not
Get
die
out.
on Zen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have both your orbs right now.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting I have a Discord and a heal orb. I'm just gonna say,
Like, I haven't seen those flicker once, so.
stop. I forget it exists. Okay, like I dropped for the Zarya.
I actually think it would have been beneficial if you just chilled on high ground, I think.
Most likely. No, I think I did
You
go high
said
ground.
that.
I'm walking up to the other one. I
Yeah,
think.
and you said it. You're like, why'd I jump off high ground? And you're
Yeah,
like,
nice
so
pick on
beneficial.
theirs.
I think that was the only pick I got all game.
With that attitude, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we at an ult disadvantage for the remainder of this round?
I don't remember.
You might be. If they play it well, yes. Wow, that's a great mail.
It actually is. He's dead.
Oh yeah. I think Sinister went on a flank here and didn't get anything for it, and then I mean you guys
pushed it.
lost two, so it's hard. But you guys are
Well, we're
+1
doing-
right now, technically. But that doesn't really matter if you don't have tanks.
Yeah.
I think the move here was probably for us to stand on the high ground, that weird spatula looking thing. Set up right there and then have Bap push cart until we take the team fight.
Unicorn.
Hi.
Hey,
Unicorn, we're gonna VOD my Zen.
If it's literally just to use your fucking orbs.
I'm still smoking orbs, dude. I haven't used the
Oh no. Yeah, I actually thought I wasn't gonna do it on this. It's because somebody came over and they weren't gonna leave until like 9.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Hey, but the good news is I have one window. I've used one window and you used one transcendence, and now we both have it again.
Oh
Which
my
either means
goodness.
I suck or you're great. So
Wait,
one of
hold
those
on.
are
I
gonna
am
be-
actually dipping the Zen in damage though. That's kind of scary.
yep. Without using your orbs either.
Nice.
Do you have your orb like
Kill that
mine
man.
do,
No, it's all base. It's everything's base.
Oh no.
I know I should put something on scroll wheel. I don't know which one. I think it's Discord, but
Wait, how did I die there?
I do both. I do up and down as one, and up as one, down as the other. I don't know which one I do. I think I just scroll them, spam them.
this me.
Discord
I just
headshot?
felt like, yeah, I think so.
That'll kill a lot of people. Just always fortify. No. That's just
I don't
hard.
even think I had a chance to there because that felt pretty instant because I was at like 3/4 health and then gone.
No, I mean, Discord headshot is 390, right? So, or 385 for you because you have armor. So
Yeah. Well,
you-
there was no Discord like Zen icon on the kill feed, so it might have just been a bunch of headshots.
looked like there was a lot of
It
maybe
might have
damage boost.
it might have been a Mei and Hanzo headshot at the
See.
same time.
It's damage boosted.
Yeah, I'm still at full health, and then I think I'm like the next one to die. In like 2 seconds.
You got discorded.
Yeah, there's a Discord on you, which I
She
think.
is power boosting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's one.
So
But she doesn't
that's
hit my head.
375, and then it's multiplicative because it's Discord. So that's just more health than you have.
And technically, it's 5 less because of armor.
Because 375 times, is it 25% or 30 now?
Uh,
think
either
it's-
or he's dead.
But in any case, that's just more health
Yeah.
than
I
I
love
think.
that.
Anyway,
There's then it's so fun for stuff.
yep.
Oh,
You didn't even have 300 health. Aw.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yoink! Should I, at this point, should I just swap back the ball to get back faster, or should I have stuck with Orisa?
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I think you're
I'm
back
gonna die
fast
here.
enough,
No, I
right?
don't. Never mind.
Yeah.
You guys should be pushing cart though.
No one's on cart. That might have done it too.
Good ol'.
Yep.
What the heck? I can't see anything.
How did I? What? Another damage.
Fuck?
I choose another damage boosted headshot because I swear to God I'm in trance there. Am I not?
Wait, why did I trance here?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you were split, so I got scared. I didn't know you had lamp either.
I'm in lamp. I'm
Okay.
in your heals. I have fortify. I'm back to
You're
fully-
discorded though. It
And
ends.
then I leave you. See ya.
Look how fast my health is dropping here,
Yeah,
though.
your health instantly dropped. dude.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
have
know if even
Discord though.
trance would've
Oh
saved you.
Jesus.
I'm still on the end of trance there, though, so...
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, and then I 1v1 the Zen. Look.
Personne n'échappe.
how did that go for you?
Wait, what?
This is where even like you guys shouldn't be taking this. Even in the one of you just needs to be over here.
Oh,
We were
yeah,
both up
that's
there for window.
No, I
Like,
know,
so
but
we-
it's like you. Widow has grapple.
Yeah, you're right.
You probably have jump. Yep. Wait, I can't even tell.
I think
Yeah,
he is.
Oh, he needs to have jump. Yeah, it would be on cooldown.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like you both have mobility. You could just at least open the angle for some damage potential. Yeah, Discord's no joke.
Apparently, they just nerfed it, too. It's back down to 25%.
It's 25% now.
Well, it was
Okay.
like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so.
Here we'll do the
but-
math. 300 times 1.25 times
What
1.25
is that 5?
because this is
It almost looks
multiplicative,
like a 3. Yeah.
and that's this is 375. Wait,
Ew,
Yeah.
you write your sevens backwards?
375, and then this is geez, what's another 75? Yeah, that's 450 straight up. It's more than 450 because
It's like
it's
468.
yeah, it's more health than you have. So if they discord you and it's a damage boosted headshot, you just instantly die. Doesn't matter how much health
he
you
has,
have.
He has armor, so I think
Nope.
he'll live with like.
It's
'cause-
445 if he has armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
no. I did
Yeah.
the well. This is it's 75 plus 75, and then it's plus 0.25 on 75. So it's just more than 450. It's like 450 and then 25% of 75 is... Math is hard.
Wait,
Alright.
armor only does
It's minus
like
5.
5. Yeah, it only does 5 if it's
And then
above.
it's plus like, I don't know, like 12-ish. 12-ish.
What's 12 what?
Because it's multiplicative. Just anyway,
Oh.
believe me with the math, it's more than 450, you'll just instantly die. Good luck.
Yeah.
So Discord, no joke.
So do I just fortify earlier than in that situation? I mean, there wasn't really much time. I don't feel like there was much time to react there, but
Yeah, I think you know how you say don't get headshot.
get
Just
headshot.
don't get headshot.
And then we go ball sig.
Oh god, this is so bad.
Yeah. I'm really just more interested about the third point on the defense because that was when we like actually made swaps, and I feel like we could have gotten, or I would have liked for us to have gotten our footing back on third point, because here is just me feeding my brains out.
Yep.
But on a side note, like, what kind of engages specifically should I be looking for with ball? Like, do
You
I
have to go
play
with Tracer.
more passively and wait, like, and engage off high ground like I would with Monkey? I don't know.
Oh god, I love Junkertown.
Me too.
So
I've botted
you
this
can-
map for so long, but anyway, yes, continue.
What do you think is your role as ball if you're playing with Tracer? Like what are you looking
Obliterate Zen, make him switch.
Sure.
Well, we're probably just harassing the backline, right? Harassing the backline, maybe looking for picks.
I mean,
It's
Zorbo,
also-
I think you can answer this a little better than I can. Like what would be helpful for you if you had a ball that literally you could control?
on my team or
You know,
on
just
me?
if you're
Yeah. Like, what do you want from me, Zorbo, as your ball when you're playing the Tracer?
If I'm Tracer,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to call when you're diving. I
Mhm.
want you to coordinate a dive, make sure I'm ready. So there'd be communications back and forth. And I can always call the dives too.
Mhm.
You don't always have to dive with your pile drive. You can always just disrupt them, put them towards me, push them away, because I have blink. So just knock them out of position to a spot where I can follow up, and to a spot where they're not going to get pumped full of resources, where we can just two-man dive them. Even if our two-man dive is, hey, let's pile drive, shoot them in the head a little, recall, and then roll out, and then our team can get some room. But you're not going for full-on, like, hey, let me just slam and then spray all 80 of my clip into the Zen's head and hope I kill him, because you'll just get blown up.
Mhm.
So you can do different things like rolling, slamming, I mean, ball things. If you can, like, I don't play ball, but I know that like that, those kind of dives I just said were like is what I'm looking for, kind of. If that makes sense.
and what is your target priority? Like who are you more likely to pick out of, you know, Zen, Kree, Ana as Tracer or as ball?
Zen.
Yeah, we're going for their supports. If there's one isolated, he's Dove. We call it first. Then there's Dove. If they have like Zen Mercy, like here, you see Mercy out of position, go for it. If you see Zen, go for it. As long as he's not sitting inside of their team and like can actually manage to do it, even if he is. But
Mhm.
like, trying to think of scenarios. I don't know. Like, Anna's a great target, but she still has her sleep and nade for herself.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be mindful of that. But like Bap's a little harder, and he's one of those people where you can actually just boop him out of his immort and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work now?
Yeah, and if you pile drive him too, he's out of his immort.
Or you could just kill it, but like yeah, that too. Slam him, push him out.
Does the boop go far enough now?
No. If he's in the middle, no. He's on the edge, yes.
Hmm.
But he probably should be on the edge, so yes.
He's probably not going to be sitting in the center. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let me make sure I don't get booped by this ball that's about to roll. It's more of like, hey, I need to actually survive this two-man dive, and he's not thinking about that.
Are we talking about first point?
No, we're just talking about in
Oh,
general
just-
of anything.
Okay, because I think that what you're saying on first point is wrong, though. I don't think
Yeah,
you should
I'm
be
just
thinking
I'm just
about
talking about in general, like
that. Okay.
in general, ball tracer, 2-man dive kind of thing.
What do
So
you
like
think for your first point, Silk?
Hmm?
What were you thinking about specifically for first point?
Oh, so first point, Junkertown is like my most favorite map because it is the most textbook Overwatch ever, right? Like it's one of the most difficult maps for people, but it's like one of the most simplest to explain like basic concepts in my opinion. That I've just sat there for like 6 hours once and just went over like Junkertown shit because it's just so much fun for me. But like, okay, I posted screenshots there, but in my personal opinion, I think that well, okay, so as we know with Junkertown, right, there's 3 lanes, right? There's the lane here 1, there's lane 2, and then there's lane 3. It's lane 3, right? Which I kind of already scribbled here. And in my opinion, with the ball, what were we running? Ball Sig comp? In my opinion, the most optimal place for us to be holding is ball is over here with Trace, Sig here, Widow here, Zen here, and then Mercy kind of flying around here. So that's what I think is the most optimal place because with having Junkertown, we want to control those lanes, right? And we always want to be playing in our Widow sight lines, right? Because we are playing for a sniper, basically, right? We're playing for a DPS. So with that in mind, we can't take engages outside of our Widow LOS, which means that we actually have to always pretty much play in lane 2 and prevent anyone from walking down lane 1 or lane 3. Which is ball, Tracer would be controlling largely lane 3 to make sure everyone filters through lane 2. Zen Sig is controlling largely lane 1. I'm supporting Zen and Widow, and they will basically be unable to walk down lane 2 as well because of our Widow, and hopefully our Sig and Ball that is able to rotate pretty quickly back to lane 2. And so we're actually never should really be holding up here.
Thank God, I hate up there. I fucking hate it. I've never won a single game playing up there. Unless
That's
I
what
was
you play for Gold
Not-
Watch.
Especially so, like against like what do they have? They have a they have a ball comp. Like we just can't hold up there. Like it's not beneficial for our Widow. It's not beneficial for us. We just get booped and then we're like okay, and then we just rotate back to kind of like where we're holding. So we should just be playing largely there and then establishing that our kill box is obviously like
In
down
between.
this center here. And if you go back through the VOD, you can see a chain of events of us just losing lane 3. We lost lane 3 to Widow, and once we lost lane 3 to Widow, we lost our Widow because lane 3 is very powerful for Widows, and so once lane 3 is taken, we lost our Widow. I think someone flanked lane 1, and so we lost lane 1, and then they just marched down lane 2, having control of all 3 lanes, and then they just collapsed on us in front of the large health pack, and we lost. I think that's exactly what happened. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm watching the replay now with Dolphin just to see how we lost this. Ball's already behind us. I don't know if we called that out. We killed their Widow though. And then we also did lose because I don't know what our Ball and Tracer were doing. They were engaging outside of our Widow OS. And then we got pinched back there. Yeah. Another pick by Zerpo. And then our Widow, then the other Widow's lane 3. And then he died to the other Widow, yep. Yeah, that's exactly how we lost. So yeah, I love Junkertown. Junkertown is such a fun map. I hate playing on it, but I love looking at it. So that's like textbook definition of why we lost is just lane control. So, and I think that's exactly how they lost too. They just kind of sat there and looked at us, and then we pressed W because they had a Zarya. So,
I think that one ends up being more team comp, but like you can just sort of march down one of the lanes and not really give a shit, right?
Zarya doesn't control lanes that well, especially with the Orisa. She's not gonna get charged, so she's just kind of a little mosquito. So, well, good map though. Good map.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
You wanted third point, right?
Mhm.
Did we lose this entire map? We did, right?
Yeah, we did. Was this
Yeah.
the only one that we actually lost the entire map? The other ones we won, didn't we?
I think yeah, it was either a lot closer. I think we just kind of. I think we got steamrolled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have a lot of ults. You have to pop.
Did we keep Sun?
No, I switch.
Oh, okay.
That's also why I think why I use it so liberally too.
You're not even
Yeah,
getting
I think we're
steamrolled
down
by
our
ults, it's
Ana.
just- Yeah.
We pushed forward that Ana. We should have played slow. I think that was my call, so that's my bad.
I think that's just hard with rally. Like you want to take it, but
Yeah.
I have a general question. If we're down a support or down a player, do we still engage if they're in kill box, or do we just let them walk through kill box?
Depends on the map and comp.
I think it also depends if you can actually, kill them. Like, if you're dive and they walk into your kill box and you're down your Ana, who cares? You go and kill them and then run away and wait, right? But if you're brawl and you're down, you're like Lucio or something, and they walk into your kill box, that's not really your kill box anymore because you actually can't get there. So
No.
unless it's right in like unless they walk right in front of you, that's your actual kill box. Then yes, you could kill them, but
Yeah, we
'cause, like-
should have played for poke and then rallied in after Ana was back. We had rally, they only had hog ult, I think. They just got trans here, so we would have won that fight 100% if we had Ana and rally.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because the
I
brig
said
will
I was
never
switching. I
die.
just didn't tell you that I wasn't there with you to take the fight.
Yeah. I just saw my cue and I said W time.
Hell yeah, there's a brig time. There's no other time that's playing brig is that fun, so.
Yup.
Good purple. Oh. Yeah.
Sinister.
Sinister, holy crap.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of bad decisions on everyone's part of like if you're behind in ults, you have to not use your ults sparingly, but you just have to not get lucky. You have to use them better than the enemy team, right? If you can beat to get out of, I don't know, Grav Dragons, and that's how you bringing it back, right? Because you're using 1 for 2. If you're popping Monkey ult and getting a trans out, you're bringing it back because trans is better. You just have to be more efficient with your ults. And I think you guys just got unlucky because, I mean, Blank had to pop trans and Raven went in with... I mean, you guys did pretty well with, getting in with Rally and a Winston jump, but like... it's still you don't have the backup, right? That
Yeah,
is
you
there.
need the follow up to if you guys are gonna engage. I wouldn't engage when the rest of your team isn't there. If you seek like an opportunity, you usually want to do that with the rest of your team, or at least let the rest of your team know about it before you engage on it, because then you can just fall apart from there.
Yeah.
If
But
that makes any sense.
it was definitely you guys sort of not limited your engages, but you engaged multiple times without a lot of your team, and that just ends up being even if you're going into multiple 5v6s, you can win 5v6s if you ult and you sort of present just a lot of fucking ults to them, and you're just like, here, have a lot of damage, have a lot of CC. You can win those fights pretty easily. It's just when you're down ults, you have to, either get a pick and play for, now it's 6v5, and so they're going to have to present us a lot of ults to, either stay in the fight or win. And that's how you can get back into better ult economy. But it sort of sucks as Monkey, right? Because you're like, how do I play for picks? Fuck. Especially with double sniper.
Yeah.
And then Zorbo and Max could also call body shots for you, and that is definitely a way of following it up. And you know, it it's more very reactive, but or you have to be very proactive on it because you have to know exactly where they are. But like if you body shot a Zen and you just jump on him, he's pretty much dead unless he's getting full pocketed, right? So
Yeah.
that's one way of getting back into it and playing for picks, especially with a Winston. Is if you hit a body shot, great, say something, and it doesn't. And the faster you say it, the more likely it will be followed up, right? Like, yeah. Hopefully your Winston has a good idea of the battlefield, and if you just say like Zen, I don't know. I don't know what you normally say, but like I say Zen tagged, and if they know I'm playing Hanzo or Widow, they sort of know what that means because
I
like.
I would
But
just say Zen half when I shoot.
yeah, because realistically, if your Hanzo or Widow hit them, you know how much damage they put into them because they're either dead and in the kill feed, or they're 120 hit points down. So, yeah, I don't have. I don't want to keep you guys for years on end.
Okay.
So, but yeah, uni. Take whenever you are unbusy, not busy. Words are hard. You know, go over any of the maps, whatever you want to do with Blank and Silk. They're yours to smack into shape.
Yes.
Let's go over Lee Jong. Where do you want to set up?
But
Did you see the screenshot I sent you?
Yeah, I just don't know where to set up. I just never felt safe ever. So I was like, I guess inside
Okay.
here is safe.
Well, no, not inside's okay if we want to stabilize, but like we were